Bradley Chubb, man. Appreciate you joining me here. We're at Atletico Madrid Stadium, where you guys have been practicing all week. How you been enjoying it, to say the least?
Been enjoying it. Been enjoying it, man. Just getting out into a whole different culture, a whole different city, being able to, do it with the guys. It's all fun. A whole new stadium, practice field, and all that. So it's been good. Good new experience for sure.
No, I love it, man. So I'm gonna give you a little tough one. I mean, obviously you guys have had a lot of adversity this year. What has it been like for you, from your perspective, this team's journey so far, being week 11, and then ultimately, where do you think you guys need to be to get to stride to continue to grow and get better?
Yeah, I would say it was rocky at first, man, because we had for ourselves so much expectations going into the season, and all offseason we talked about how we had to block out the noise and just focus on us, and like a mantra we used was "They say we do." And at the beginning of the season, man, when you're leaning on that and you get punched in the mouth, it's like, okay, hold on, like we got to reevaluate everything. And you know what I mean? In a sense, like that's how everybody kind of felt. But we just stayed to it, man. Everybody stayed the course, stayed working hard, and I feel like now we're in a position where we're finally playing complementary team football on all sides, all cylinders. So what we need to continue to do is that, you know what I mean? Trusting each other, each phase. And not trying to, everybody do their 111th well, you know what I mean? And not trying to go out of the play to make your plays, but what the team needs you to do. And I feel like once we do that, and like we've been doing it, continue doing it, everything will take care of itself.
So as you look at this season and you come off a great win with against the Buffalo Bills, you obviously had a great game yourself. Do you see that as a stepping stone for you guys to build upon, especially now you're all over here in Spain together? You're that much more closer in close quarters. There's no going home to your family. There's going home to your brothers. How do you envision using that game and then this trip as something for you guys to continue to grow in the season?
Like you said, using it as the catalyst, you know what I mean? Like we saw what happens when we play complementary football in all three phases. When our special teams is doing the setting the tone from the jump, our offense setting the tone from the jump, and defense going out there and putting it all together. I feel like that we just have to use it as a catalyst. There's no going back from that. If we don't play up to that standard, we know if we win or lose a game, why we're winning and losing games. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun to see how we respond to that. And like you said, in a whole new country, a whole new environment. I feel like that's adversity in itself. But like I said, we've been built for it all season, and we've been going through it all season. So I feel like it's a great op for us.
Okay. So describe the locker room, because if I remember correctly, you called it delusional at one point in time. One, why did you call it that? And then where do you see the confidence for the team to get in the right headspace and being able to continue to push forward to get a strong finish? Yeah,
I called it that because, outside looking in, if we say, hey, we're going to win 8 games in a row and make the playoffs, like people are like, all right, come on, like be honest with yourself. But you have to have that mentality to go out there and do it. If you don't have that mentality, you're not going to do it. So in a sense, to the outside world, it is delusional, but for us, it's all belief and all what we know we can do. And like I said, man, just continue to lean into each other. JB, Jordan Brooks, our linebacker, he always says, a house divided can't stand. It's in the Bible, it's everywhere. So being able to be one unit each and every week, I feel like that's how we're going to continue to move on.
Man, I love it because I look at it as like, I don't think it's delusional, especially as a former player. Like, I've gone 8-0 in a season. I've gone close to 10-0 in a season. So it's not that you can't do it. It's whether you're willing to, one, put your sacrifices away and the selfishness away to be able to reach the goals as a collective from that standpoint. So I commend you for being honest and upfront and just being able to explain that to the fans at the end of the day.
For sure.
Moving on, from the outside looking in, there's a ton of noise, and looks like it's a ton of chaos down in Miami. Obviously, GM that brought me in, Chris Grier, stepped down. How are you handling that, and how do you envision and have you seen the head coach and Mike McDaniel's handle that and keeping your locker room strong?
Yeah, I feel like in terms of how I'm handling it, like I've been in adverse situations my whole life. I just told you last year I didn't play all year, being out with a knee injury and having to come back from that. And a couple of years ago I had another knee injury, and after that year I made my first Pro Bowl. So like me personally, I've been through adversity and came out on the other side of it in a positive light. So I kind of take that same mantra to the locker room. And we got a lot of leaders who've been through adverse situations, and this is just another page in the journey for us. So I feel like we're all just, like I said, sticking together and making sure that we are running it how we wanted to see it ran. And then Coach Mike, man, he's been doing a great job of just keeping everybody bought in. Like nobody has given up in a sense. Like we're all approaching each and every practice with full intent, each and every meeting with full intent. And I feel like that's because of his words, and two, how the leaders are taking that task on and bringing everybody else along.
So just to put all that on a bow on top of that, you're basically saying Coach McDaniel's is empowering guys like you and leaders within the locker room to say, hey, this is your team.
100%.
I'm empowering you to make sure that we stay in the right space and we go get this job done.
100%. And then whenever we need to talk to them, have a leadership meeting or whatever, we just, hey, Mike, we all got to talk about this real quick just to, clear the air or whatever the case is. And that's what we do. And that's what it's been the past couple of weeks, and it's been good to see.
I'm going to try and be unbiased, but let's go Dolphins.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get to something exciting. You're about to make history. You'll be one of the first teams ever to play in the NFL game in season in Spain, in Madrid, Spain. What does that feel like, and are you excited about that? What is the emotions? You mentioned earlier that you were out here last year prior to the season. Just explain that and how your emotions are for that.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited for it, man. Just to, whenever you get an opportunity to grow the game, to expand not only the NFL's name, the Dolphins' name, but your name as well. You know what I mean? You could get a couple fans overseas if you make enough plays. So, just being out here. I was actually in the first game in Germany as well. So, just going through those experiences, and it's something you're always going to remember, always going to look back on. And, I'm really excited to do it with the guys we're doing it with.
Okay, man, I love it. You're trying to work on your branding, I see, man. You're trying to be over here in Madrid.
Make a couple plays,
money. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Last one for you. You're playing in one of the best historic teams in Real Madrid Stadium. What is that like? And ultimately, what soccer team do you support?
It's going to be dope, man. I honestly don't have a personal favorite soccer team. But, I've seen soccer games. I know American soccer games don't compare to what this is, but I've been to.
They do not.
Yeah, I know it, not at all. I've been to Atlanta United game out in Atlanta.
Okay.
And just the energy in there was crazy, and everybody was telling me, like, wait till you go to Europe to an actual soccer game. It's even crazier. It's even louder. It's even fans crazy, jumping, doing all type of stuff. So I know what it could be. You know what I mean? I don't have a favorite team out here, but I know Real Madrid has been doing it at a high level for a long time. So to be able to play in that stadium is going to be dope.
Tell me what your thoughts are of Coach McDaniel driving past the Dolphins. I know there's a big rivalry there with the Buffalo Bills tailgate. Yeah,
man. Coach Mike is the petty king. You know what I mean? And he just showed it right then and there, man. And he said he was on his way home. So
what was he driving?
He was driving that Bentley. I don't know if you saw it.
He had to be on it.
Too.
Yeah. Okay.
He said he was on his way home. He just happened to go by. So I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he is the petty king for sure.
Okay, man. That's dope. Thank you.